Daily Horoscope Analysis for Taurus. June 15, 2025, as we look at the celestial landscape for Taurus on this mid-June day in 2025, we find ourselves in an interesting cosmic moment. With the sun firmly in Gemini, you're experiencing the post-birthday season energy that naturally turns your focus toward material security and personal resources. This is a particularly significant day for financial reflection and planning. The planetary positions create a fascinating backdrop for your day. Venus, your ruling planet, is likely positioned in either Cáncer or Leo during this period, bringing a nurturing or dramatic influence to your communication sector. This enhances your ability to express what matters most to you with both emotion and conviction. Mercury's proximity to the sun sharpens your financial acumen, making this an excellent day for budget reviews or investment considerations. For Taurus individuals in relationships, this day carries a tender yet practical energy. You may find yourself wanting to communicate more deeply with your partner about future plans, particularly those involving shared resources or creating more comfort and beauty in your shared spaces. There's a beautiful balance between romance and practicality available to you today, perhaps planning something special that satisfies both your need for stability and your appreciation for sensory pleasures. Single Taurus natives might notice meaningful connections forming through communication channels. Your natural charm is enhanced today, making it easier to approach others or be approached. While your standards remain appropriately high, there's an openness to new experiences that could lead to interesting encounters with someone who appreciates both your reliability and your sensual nature. In your professional sphere, Jupiter's influence in Gemini amplifies growth potential through demonstrating your values and talents. This is an excellent day to showcase your skills, particularly those related to resource management, aesthetic judgment, or patient persistence. Authority figures are likely to notice your contributions more readily today, making it favorable timing for presenting achievement-based evidence if you've been considering asking for advancement. Your health requires a balanced approach today. With Taurus ruling the throat and neck, these areas might need extra attention. Perhaps enjoy soothing herbal teas or practice gentle neck stretches to release tension. Your earth sign energy connects you deeply to physical sensations, making this an ideal day for grounding activities like garden work, forest bathing, or preparing nourishing meals with fresh ingredients. The financial focus of this day deserves special attention. With the sun illuminating your second house of values and possessions, clarity arrives about what truly matters to you materially. This isn't about deprivation or excess, but rather about aligning your resources with your authentic values. Consider whether your spending and saving patterns genuinely reflect what you care about most. A small adjustment today could have significant long-term benefits. Saturn's position in Pisces during this period creates an interesting structuring influence in your friendship and social aspiration sector. You might find yourself naturally drawing boundaries with acquaintances who drain your energy, while deepening connections with those who respect your pace and appreciate your steadfast nature. This selective approach to social connections serves your growth well, allowing you to invest your considerable loyalty where it will be reciprocated. Color energies that harmonize with you today include rich greens and soft pinks-green, connecting to growth and abundance, while pink attunes to Venus's loving influence. If you're choosing what to wear or which environments to spend time in, these hues can subtly support your well-being. Similarly, the numbers 6 and 15 carry particular resonance, with 6 representing harmony and 15 combining new beginnings with Venusian energy. One challenge to watch for today stems from the fixed nature of your sign. Taurus can sometimes manifest rigidity, particularly when financial matters don't proceed exactly as planned. Remain mindful of where you might be resisting necessary changes or updates to your approach to material security. The Gemini sun encourages a flexibility that doesn't come naturally to your sign, but offers valuable growth opportunities. Communication might require extra attention today. You may find yourself crafting and recrafting messages instead of simply expressing yourself authentically. Remember that your greatest strength comes not from perfect presentation, but from the genuine substance and reliability you bring to every interaction. When others speak, practice deep listening rather than formulating your response while they're still talking. Your compatibility with other signs today shows interesting patterns. Water signs, Cáncer, Scorpio, Pisces, offer particularly harmonious interactions, their emotional intelligence complementing your practical nature. Fellow Earth signs provide stable support and understanding of your methodical approach to life. Fire signs bring stimulating energy that could either invigorate or irritate depending on your needs, while air signs challenge your thinking in potentially productive ways. Creative projects receive cosmic support today, particularly those combining beauty with functionality. This could manifest in home decoration, garden design, cooking, or any area where aesthetics meets practicality, a sweet spot for Taurus energy. Allow yourself to experiment within comfortable parameters, perhaps trying a new technique while working with familiar materials. Looking ahead, the energies of June 15th set the stage for the coming week, where financial and value-based themes continue to develop. Decisions made today regarding resources could have longer-term implications than initially apparent. Trust your Taurian instinct for sustainable growth rather than quick returns. The approaching summer solstice will soon shift energy toward your communication sector, making this a good time to complete financial reviews before your focus naturally turns elsewhere. As this day unfolds, embrace the productive financial focus that comes naturally, but balance it with sensory pleasures that remind you why material security matters to you. Perhaps enjoy a special meal, spend time in nature, or surround yourself with textures and scents that delight your Taurus senses. This balance between productivity and pleasure helps you function at your absolute best. Remember that, as a Taurus, your greatest strength lies in your ability to build something beautiful and lasting from the ground up. Today's planetary alignments support this natural talent, offering clarity about which foundations truly deserve your considerable time and energy. By honoring both your practical needs and your appreciation for life's sensual pleasures, you create a day of balanced fulfillment and steady progress toward your most valued goals. The celestial landscape on June 15, 2025, creates a fascinating configuration for Taurus. The Sun at 24 degrees Gemini is illuminating your second house of finances and material resources, forming a challenging square to Neptune in Aries. This aspect brings a temporary fog around financial matters, requiring extra vigilance with transactions and investments. Don't trust verbal agreements today. Get everything in writing. The Sun's trine to Saturn in Pisces provides a counterbalancing influence, offering stability if you're willing to be methodical and practical about resource management. With Saturn's influence, traditional approaches to finances will serve you better than speculative ventures today. The Sun-Mercury conjunction amplifies communication around money matters, making this an excellent day to discuss budgets or financial plans, despite the Neptunian confusion hovering in the background. Venus, your ruling planet, has recently entered Cáncer and currently occupies your third house of communication and short journeys. This placement softens your typically stubborn Taurian energy, allowing for more emotional expression and receptivity in conversations. Venus forms a flowing trine to Jupiter in Pisces, expanding opportunities through neighbors, siblings, or local connections. This aspect suggests unexpected good news may arrive through casual conversations or short trips in your immediate environment. The Moon in Scorpio occupies your seventh house of partnerships today, creating an intense emotional undercurrent in one-to-one relationships. This position forms an exact opposition to your Sun's sign, highlighting tensions between your needs and others' expectations. The Moon-Pluto sextile intensifies this dynamic, potentially bringing transformative conversations with partners, whether business or romantic. Mars in Leo is activating your fourth house of home and family, forming a square to Uranus in Taurus. This volatile configuration suggests unexpected disruptions in your domestic sphere, perhaps sudden repairs needed or family members acting unpredictably. The Mars-Uranus square demands flexibility and quick thinking, qualities not naturally associated with your fixed Earth sign. Jupiter at 8 degrees Gemini continues its transit through your second house, bringing financial expansion opportunities, but requiring discernment due to the Neptune square. This Jupiter placement favors diversification rather than putting all resources in one place. The Jupiter North Node conjunction indicates that financial decisions made now connect strongly to your longer-term destiny path. Saturn, firmly established in Pisces, continues its methodical transit through your 11th house of social networks and collective endeavors. The Saturn-Venus sextile today supports structured approaches to communication and relationship building within groups or organizations. This aspect helps you establish boundaries while maintaining warmth. Uranus at 17 degrees Gemini continues its revolutionary transit through your second house, bringing unexpected financial developments or changing your relationship with material possessions. The Uranus-Mercury conjunction today may bring sudden insights about resources or surprise communications related to money matters. Neptune at 11 degrees Aries in your 12th house forms that challenging square to the Sun, potentially creating confusion around identity and purpose. This aspect requires grounding practices to maintain your typical Taurian stability. Meditation or time in nature would serve you well today. Pluto retrograde at 3 degrees Aquarius in your 10th house of career and public reputation suggests ongoing deep transformations in your professional life. Today's Pluto-Moon sextile may reveal hidden motivations in professional relationships or bring powerful emotional realizations about your life direction. The North Node in Gemini, closely conjunct Jupiter in your second house, suggests that financial decisions made today have significant karmic implications. Pay attention to unexpected opportunities that align with your values rather than merely promising material gain. The South Node in Sagittarius, in your 8th house of shared resources, indicates a need to release outdated approaches to investments, debts, or financial entanglements with others. The asteroid Chiron at 19 degrees Aries forms a challenging aspect to your sun sign, potentially triggering core wounds around self-worth or financial security. However, this transit also offers healing potential if you're willing to acknowledge these sensitive areas. The Black Moon Lilith in Cáncer in your 3rd house of communication brings an intense, primal energy to your interactions today. You may find yourself speaking truths you'd normally keep hidden, especially around family matters or property concerns. For Taurus, this complex planetary tapestry on June 15th creates a day where financial matters, communication, and relationships all require conscious navigation. The fixed Earth nature of your sign provides stability amidst these dynamic energies, but flexibility will be your greatest asset. The planets suggest focusing on practical matters while remaining open to the emotional nuances that the Cáncer and Pisces energies are introducing to your typically pragmatic approach. June 15th, 2025 presents Taurus with a fascinating communication landscape as Mercury forms a trine with your ruling planet Venus. This celestial alignment opens channels of expression that may have felt blocked in recent weeks. Your words carry extra weight today, resonating with both emotional depth and practical wisdom. The 3rd house activation highlights an unusual fluency in expressing complex ideas that normally remain locked in your methodical mind. With Mercury currently transiting through Cáncer, your communication style becomes more emotionally intelligent and intuitive than your typical pragmatic approach. You're finding yourself able to articulate feelings that have been difficult to name. This emotional eloquence serves you particularly well in close relationships, where your words can create deeper bonds. The moon in Libra further enhances your diplomatic abilities, helping you find the perfect balance between honesty and tact. Your normally reserved communication pattern shifts today, allowing for more spontaneous expression without sacrificing your trademark thoughtfulness. Written communications particularly benefit from this planetary arrangement. If you've been struggling with correspondence, proposals, or creative writing, today's energy provides clarity and flow. Digital communications also receive a boost. Your social media posts or emails might attract more engagement than usual. Your voice carries a compelling quality today that draws others in. The lunar position suggests you'll find yourself becoming the mediator in group discussions, with others naturally looking to you for the final word or the perfect compromise. For Taurus individuals in creative fields, this is an exceptional day for pitches, presentations, or performances. Your ability to convey emotion through your chosen medium reaches new heights. Mercury's position also enhances your persuasive abilities in business contexts. Negotiations started today have a higher chance of concluding favorably as you're able to articulate your needs while genuinely understanding the other party's position. However, be mindful of Saturn's square to your communication sector, which might create some self-doubt about expressing your true thoughts. You may momentarily question whether you should speak up in certain situations. This tension between expression and restraint creates a productive friction that, when navigated consciously, results in communications that are both authentic and strategic. Jupiter's influence from your financial sector suggests your words may have monetary implications today. Business conversations could unexpectedly turn profitable, and casual mentions of ideas might attract resource offers. Pay special attention to communications about shared resources, investments, or financial planning. Mars in your home sector indicates possible discussions about domestic matters. These conversations benefit from your enhanced emotional intelligence today, particularly when addressing sensitive family issues that have been avoided. Neptune's gentle aspect helps you access your intuition during conversations. You'll sense what remains unsaid and can address underlying concerns with unusual perception. This makes today excellent for healing conversations that clear misunderstandings. Your body language aligns beautifully with your words today, creating a powerful congruence that others find trustworthy and magnetic. The Sun-Mercury conjunction amplifies your natural authority, making this an ideal day for important announcements or setting boundaries that others need to respect. For single Taurus individuals, romantic communications flow with unusual ease. Your typically cautious approach to expressing interest becomes more fluid and natural, potentially opening doors to meaningful connections. Those in relationships will find deeper satisfaction in conversations with partners, as your emotional accessibility creates space for significant relationship growth. The nodal axis activating your communication axis suggests conversations today may have faded quality. Pay attention to seemingly random exchanges that could lead to important connections or insights about your path forward. Uranus in your sign continues its long-term transit, occasionally triggering unexpected statements that surprise even you. Embrace these moments of spontaneous truth-telling as they represent authentic breakthrough expressions. To maximize today's communication potential, start your morning by journaling to access your deeper thoughts. Practice active listening in all interactions, as you'll gain valuable insights from what others share. Be willing to revisit old conversations that left something unresolved, as today's energy supports healing through honest dialogue. Remember that your words carry unusual manifestation power today. Speak what you wish to create. This communication pattern continues with decreasing intensity through Tuesday, making these next few days excellent for important discussions, creative writing, or presentations that require both emotional depth and practical clarity. Today's celestial climate brings intriguing financial energies your way, Taurus. With Venus, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine to Jupiter in your sector of earned income, opportunities for financial growth are significantly heightened. This planetary alignment suggests unexpected monetary gains could manifest through channels you've previously established, but perhaps forgotten about. A business connection from your past may resurface with a lucrative proposition, or an investment made months ago might suddenly show promising returns. The universe is asking you to dust off old financial plans and reconsider their potential. With Mercury currently in your communication sector, you're especially persuasive when discussing money matters today. This is an excellent time to negotiate raises, propose business ideas, or discuss financial partnerships. Your words carry extra weight, particularly between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. when Mercury's influence peaks. The moon's position in your 8th house of shared resources highlights possibilities through collaborations. Consider how pooling resources with others, whether personally or professionally, might multiply your financial strength rather than diminish it. This isn't about losing control, which we know is difficult for your fixed earth sign, but rather about strategic alliances that benefit all parties involved. Saturn's disciplined energy is influencing your long-term financial planning sector, reminding you that today's choices set tomorrow's foundation. Any financial decision made today carries particular weight for your future security. Take time around midday for a careful review of your budget and financial goals. The aspects suggest you'll notice patterns or opportunities previously overlooked. Uranus continues its long-term journey through your sign, bringing unexpected financial insights. Today, it forms a subtle but meaningful aspect to the Sun, potentially illuminating a non-traditional income stream that aligns perfectly with your authentic talents. This might involve technology, innovation, or breaking convention in some way that feels both exciting and slightly uncomfortable, a sign you're on the right track. For employed Taurus individuals, workplace financial dynamics are highlighted today. If you've been considering asking for improved compensation or benefits, the stars support this initiative, particularly if you come prepared with concrete evidence of your contributions. For entrepreneurs and business owners, new revenue channels may open up, possibly involving digital platforms or international connections. The day's numerical vibration resonates with abundance, particularly when you follow your practical intuition rather than external advice. Trust your innate Taurian ability to sense value and worth. Financially conservative moves are favored over speculative risks, though a calculated investment in something tangible, property, commodities, or established businesses, could prove beneficial in the coming months. Your financial power hours today are between 10 a.m. and noon, and again from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Schedule important money conversations or decisions during these windows if possible. Regarding passive income, the stars highlight opportunities through creative endeavors or intellectual property. If you've created content, art, or products that could generate residual income, today's energy supports setting up those streams. Mars is activating your sector of career and public reputation, suggesting that financial gains may come through increased visibility or recognition in your field. Don't shy away from the spotlight today. It could lead directly to your bank account. Overall, June 15th offers you a stable yet dynamic financial landscape, Taurus. The key is balancing your natural desire for security with openness to evolving how you generate and manage wealth. Small, consistent actions taken today could set powerful financial wheels in motion that benefit you well into the future. June 15, 2025 brings a particularly favorable alignment for Taurus natives, with your ruling planet Venus forming a beautiful trine aspect with Jupiter in your financial sector. This cosmic configuration opens several fortunate areas worth your attention today. The Earth trine between multiple planets creates a stable foundation for material growth and tangible results. Your most fortunate area today centers around resource management and value creation. Anything that allows you to build something lasting will have extra cosmic support. Venus in your communication sector means your words carry additional weight and charm, making this an excellent day for important conversations, negotiations, or presentations. You'll find people are more receptive to your ideas, and more willing to offer support for your initiatives. Jupiter's benevolent energy expands opportunities related to personal possessions, investments, and income streams. Pay attention to unexpected financial advice or opportunities that emerge, as they contain seeds of future abundance. The moon's position in your sector of home and foundations creates a nurturing energy around domestic matters. Property investments, home improvements, or family financial planning all receive positive cosmic energy. Physical well-being represents another fortunate area today. Your body feels particularly responsive to positive inputs. Nutrition changes, exercise routines, or healing modalities started today have staying power and accumulative benefits. Taurus natives often excel at creating beautiful, comfortable environments, and today your natural talents in this area are amplified. Designing, decorating, or reorganizing spaces will yield particularly satisfying results. There's also a subtle but powerful connection forming between your career aspirations and your personal resources. A skill you've been developing privately may suddenly show its market value or application in your professional sphere. Relationships with authority figures, especially those who control resources or opportunities, are another fortunate area. People in positions of power are more likely to see your worth and reliability today. The day carries a special blessing for long-term financial planning. Decisions made about retirement accounts, investments, or saving strategies today have an extra measure of cosmic protection. Creative projects that generate income receive a double blessing from both Venus and Jupiter. If you've been considering monetizing a hobby or talent, the universe offers supportive energy for taking those first steps. Community connections also prove fortunate, particularly those related to shared resources or mutual support systems. Group investments, cooperative ventures, or community improvement projects align well with today's energy. Your natural Taurian persistence receives cosmic amplification today. Staying the course with existing projects, rather than starting new ones, will yield the greatest rewards. Remember that the fortunate energies of today can extend into the future if you plant the right seeds now. Take time to appreciate what you already have, while simultaneously opening yourself to new forms of abundance that align with your deepest values. With the sun moving through your communication zone in Gemini, today brings a special emphasis on your social world, dear Taurus. Venus, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Neptune, creating an almost magical quality to your interactions. There's a dreamy, compassionate energy surrounding your connections today that allows for deeper understanding between you and others. This planetary alignment particularly enhances relationships with groups, organizations, and friendships rather than one-on-one connections. The boundaries between you and your social circles feel more permeable, allowing for greater empathy and mutual support. You might find yourself naturally attuned to the emotional needs of your friends, without them having to articulate their feelings explicitly. This intuitive understanding strengthens bonds and creates meaningful moments of connection. The moon in Libra activating your sixth house today brings a practical dimension to your social interactions. You may find yourself connecting with others through service, health initiatives, or work-related projects. These collaborations aren't just productive, they're emotionally fulfilling as well. Jupiter's position in your sign continues to expand your presence in group settings. People are naturally drawn to your grounded energy and authentic warmth today. You're radiating a quiet confidence that makes others feel secure in your presence. Saturn's influence from your 12th house suggests being mindful of any subconscious social anxieties that might emerge. If you feel a momentary hesitation before joining a gathering or speaking in a group setting, acknowledge these feelings without letting them dictate your actions. Mercury in your financial sector forms an interesting aspect with Mars today, potentially bringing discussions about shared resources or values within your social groups. You might find yourself taking the lead in organizing a group activity, fundraiser, or community project. Your practical insights are especially valuable now. For coupled Taurians, today favors social activities with your partner that involve wider circles rather than intimate one-on-one time. Experiencing each other in group settings refreshes your perspective on your relationship. Single Taurians might make meaningful connections through friends of friends or group activities centered around intellectual or creative pursuits. Pluto's transformative energy affects your ninth house, suggesting that connections with people from different cultural backgrounds or educational settings could be particularly impactful today. Be open to friendships that expand your worldview and challenge your assumptions. A square between the Moon and Venus later in the day might briefly create tension between your desire for social harmony and your need to address practical matters. This isn't necessarily negative, it simply requires finding balance between people-pleasing and asserting necessary boundaries. Digital communications receive favorable aspects today, making this an excellent time for reaching out to distant friends, participating in online communities, or refreshing your social media connections. Your words carry particular weight and authenticity in virtual spaces now. The North Node's position suggests that your social destiny involves becoming more comfortable with leadership roles within your communities. Today offers opportunities to step into such positions naturally, without forcing the issue. Pay special attention to chance encounters in places of learning, spiritual centers, or while traveling short distances. Uranus is activating synchronistic connections that might seem coincidental, but could develop into meaningful friendships. Your natural Taurian loyalty shines today, making you the person friends turn to when they need someone steadfast and reliable. While you're happy to be this rock for others, ensure you're receiving the same quality of support in return. Social connections today may unexpectedly touch on deeper emotional waters than anticipated. What begins as casual conversation could evolve into profound sharing. Trust your ability to navigate these depths with grace. As the day concludes, take time to appreciate the web of connections that sustain you. Your Taurian ability to cultivate lasting relationships is one of your greatest gifts, and today reminds you of the rich social soil you've been tending all along. As June 15th unfolds for Taurus, you're experiencing a unique celestial configuration with Venus, your ruling planet, forming a trine with Neptune. This creates a doorway of intuitive clarity that doesn't often appear for your practical sign. Today's advice centers on balancing your trademark stability with unexpected spiritual insights. Begin your morning by grounding yourself, perhaps walking barefoot in grass if available, or simply placing your palms on a natural surface while breathing deeply. This connection to earth energy will serve as your anchor throughout a day that may bring surprising emotional revelations. With Mercury currently in Cáncer forming a sextile to Uranus, your communication channels are especially receptive to innovative ideas. Rather than dismissing thoughts that seem uncharacteristically abstract or visionary, write them down. These insights may prove valuable for practical application later in the month, particularly around the 23rd when Mars enters your financial sector. The Moon in Scorpio today deepens your emotional intelligence and enhances your ability to perceive unspoken dynamics in personal relationships. Use this heightened sensitivity deliberately. Schedule important conversations with partners or close colleagues where clear understanding is essential. However, be mindful not to absorb others' emotional states too readily. Visualize a protective shield of emerald green light surrounding you when in crowded or emotionally charged environments. Regarding your physical well-being, pay special attention to your throat and neck area, traditional Taurian vulnerability points. Gentle stretching or self-massage may prevent tension from accumulating here as you process the day's intuitive downloads. With Jupiter's continuing influence in your second house, financial decisions made today carry long-term implications. The advice is to pause before making significant purchases or investments. Ask yourself if they align with your core values rather than temporary desires. This Jupiter placement supports sustainable growth rather than immediate gratification. For Taurus parents or those in caretaking roles, today offers an opportunity to connect deeply with those in your care through creative expression rather than verbal communication. Art, music, or shared physical activities will prove more meaningful than discussions. Your professional life benefits from today's Venus-Neptune aspect as well, enhancing your ability to merge practicality with inspiration. If you've been struggling with a work-related challenge, approaching it from an unconventional angle today may yield surprising solutions. Trust your aesthetic sense and intuition in professional matters. Your instincts about design, presentation, and harmony are particularly accurate under this influence. The evening hours call for gentle unwinding rather than stimulation. With Saturn's position creating some pressure on your nervous system, prioritize calming activities before sleep. Herbal tea containing lavender or chamomile will help process the day's insights while preparing for restorative rest. As you reflect on the day, notice any recurring symbols or themes in your thoughts. These are significant guideposts for the coming week. Your stubbornness could be triggered today by someone attempting to rush your decision-making process. Remember that your